Today we're talking all about how we can survive in this timeline shift. Right now, the planet, the poles are shifting, and there's a magnetic resonance on the planet right now. And if you understand that you might be getting certain symptoms or certain things like brain fogginess or forgetfulness or absent-mindedness, now you need to understand this is why all of the monks, the yogis, the saints of this planet tell you to do prayer and meditation and go inwards, right? Because then you can gain your mindfulness. Not to be mindless, but to be mindful. That's number one. Number two is something that I want you to understand is to bless the loyal, not just the bandwagoners, okay? Right now, what's going to be happening is a lot of people are going to see your success or see your rise, and they're just going to hop on the bandwagon, right? But I want you to double down for the day ones, right? The people who have always been there with you since the first day, since the time that you were rising, right? And maybe you're still rising, but this is important to keep in mind because too often people show up when you're just killing it, when you're crushing it, when you're super successful, right? Old people from the past will kind of, hey, how's it going? Okay, get out of here, right? You didn't want me when I was rising. Why would you want me during the success, right? These people are opportunists. Don't get caught up in this, but real evolution is about blessing those who believed in you before your glow up. Okay? Those that believed in you before your glow up. And this is the thing. This is about hidden power, right? This is about accessing that hidden power. Now, a lot of channels will give you motivation, information, a lot of, stuff, tools, techniques, but the actual power transmission, right? How do we get to that? How do we understand that timeline jumping is super real? It's something super real and super relevant because we're shifting to new earths, new frequencies. So the signs are everywhere, right? Personal, practical, spiritual. The Trump versus Kamala energies, right? That represented these alternate realities, right? Trump being the Joker card, and then Kamala being like this kind of Kali energy of destruction. So now we understand that alchemy isn't just about mystery talk. Alchemy, and I'm reading from my notes here, is about learning how to transmute any energy, even fear, even hate, even anger, for your growth, for your spiritual evolution, for your own understanding. So the true alchemists of this pathworking, of this channel, of this surge of new earth, right? The people who are really wired in and tapped in, like they know that they can amplify their own flow state. They have the choice because they are the walking choice point. It's not getting imposed onto them anymore, right? They've reached a point, they've reached a threshold where they're saying enough is enough. So we're on a new timeline, and of course we're being tested, trained, and tuned into our highest frequency. Now, amidst that, there's going to be a couple of releases happening. Like last night, I just started bawling my eyes out. I didn't know why. I was crying for no reason, right? I wasn't depressed. I wasn't anything. I might have been picking up other people's energies because I see depressed people. I heal depressed people and anxious people all the time. So sometimes I might take on their energies and so forth. So I have to stay more grounded, protected, and mindful that before my sessions with people, I stay clean and I stay cognizant, okay? Now, a lot of times we will get dehydrated on this path. So I want to urge anybody who's watching right now to drink way more water, okay? If you're doing any kind of physical movement, exercise type of thing, going to the gym and stuff, you gotta drink more water, okay? Why do you got to drink more water? Because it's brain fuel. It's brain hydration, okay? You need your brain to start working. A lot of people are burning out during this time and going, enough is enough. I can't do it anymore, right? Because they're so tired of the old ways. But the old ways are slowly crumbling, you see? So above all, these people are going to be winning because they're not so super attached to the way that things are, right? Yeah, we had the pandemic and so forth, but there might be something else in the mix. We don't know that, right? But we have to be prepared because we are the storms. We are the storms and we will prepare no matter what. Okay? So this is the real key here. How do you survive timeline jumps, okay? How do you survive them? Let's talk about this. Let's dive deeper into the animation of reality. There's something called the Vajra dimension that I call Basically, this is moving frames, picture by picture, frame by frame, right? You are the animator, you're the light code reader. Your consciousness flicks through slides of existence like some kind of a divine projector energy, okay? So we got to break down what the priest beasts really are, in a sense, okay? Now, our id or our beast, is that going to win or the priest going to win? That creates this split, and this internal split gets met because it understands that it's complementary in its nature. The priest protects the beast protects the priest, right? And the priest heals the beast. Do you guys get this? Give me a thumbs up. Let's get it. So manifesting, just to make that clear, is to make clear the vision or sight or display, to reveal, right, to you by a thought, ritual, intent. Listen, thought, ritual, and intent is the trinity of transformation. Okay? So this is your spiritual download kit. Timeline jumping is you're shifting your entire vibrational field into a version of you that is already living that dream life. Okay? So that means it's not just about calling a car in, right? Or something like this, or moving to a new place. It's about relocating to the version of you that already owns that car. Okay? So this means this is a character level change, an identity level transformation that's going to be happening, because we are going to change in our beingness. The most righteous shall prosper, right? As we understand, we're getting skewed and put on too many side quests now. We need to lock the fuck in, right? That's how we need to move with this energy, because all manifesting is just timeline jumping, guys. Timeline jumping is manifesting to the ninth power, essentially, okay? So it's a radically new you. And it's radically new results because it's a radically new realm. Okay? New things happen. So this is the 7 codes that I'm going to give you right now. Through this video, you will understand these codes and know how to use them. I want to make this video short, applicable. Let's move through it, okay? Because I got to get going. I wanted to give you guys massive value today and then dip, okay? So let's go. Drink some water first. Without further ado, number 1. Abolish outdated stories, okay? If it doesn't match your next chapter, your next ascension, your code of improvement, drop it. Scratch it, okay? It's not gonna work. You've got to let go of the narratives that are stitched in with your own fear, your own limiting beliefs, and dusty past timelines, and your own self-doubt enmeshed into that reality, right? So now you have to write the new lore, the new myths. You become the author of your own story. I have this book called TPM. You can find it on Amazon, okay? Theatrical Plasticity Method. The idea that through theater, through acting, you can actually magnetize and align your reality. Why? Because you're assuming that you are already that. As you are acting, it's like what Bruce Lee says of acting, non-acting, right? In a sense, because you're really like, everybody has this weird pretense thing that they do to appear cool and wear this social mask, right? Everybody has it. I don't care who you are. Like, if you're an enlightened being, you even have that, I think, personally, okay? So we have this self-consciousness, but we got to understand total consciousness, full ownership, no more blame, because you're the architect, not the accident, right? So you understand now, you have to take full ownership, because power begins, listen to this, guys. Power begins when excuses end. Power begins when excuses end, okay? The more you keep these defense mechanisms and try to protect you, it's going to keep you in the same patterns, yo. This is why no excuses. I'm going to do it no matter what. Let's go, right? So this energy, you got to know that the infinite multiverse is real through this energy, right? Because infinite versions of you exist, and you're not just stuck with the one reality, okay? There's multiple realities simultaneously happening right now. So what do? You shift the frequency, then you shift the character, then you shift reality, you shift the movie, okay? You first shift the frequency, you start feeling good, okay? What is your baseline? Ask yourself this, okay? Okay, wait 1 second. How to establish your baseline. Observe your energy levels, okay? So track your energy across different times of the day and situations. When is it that you feel most alive and feel most drained? Number 2, identify your default mind. Okay, that means without external simulation, what's your emotional resting state? Number 3, track your interests. So this means that what topics, ideas, or activities do you naturally gravitate towards without being told to, right? Without someone pushing you to do it. What do you naturally gravitate towards? This is like past timeline stuff, probably, right? That's why your Shakti is rising when you do these things or see these things or tap into that flow, right? And then finally, you're assessing your response to stress. Notice when you become hyperactive, when you become withdrawn, when you become much more strategic, okay? What does your natural reaction say about your baseline, okay? So your natural reactivity is your baseline, okay? Now, going back to what I had said earlier, okay? Overriding the past, right? So stop dragging glitchy memories of yours into the now. Those old memories have got to be set aside, okay? They might be relevant, but that's because karmic loops are closing. So if you have an ex, right, they might come back, they try to come back or something like this, right? Or if you have old friendships or things like this, they might start to reemerge, right? And we silently fart, silently fart, silently fart, right? Well, there's going to be releases, so there's going to be farting, burping, nausea, right? Just like crying, shedding skin, shedding hair, right? All this kind of stuff. We understand, okay? We're not newbies to this kind of these kinds of symptoms, right? We understand. So focus only on the golden threads, the gratitude and the enthusiasm. This is what I've noticed, guys. The people who get older, right? Some of them get more stubborn. Some of them get way too rigid, right? And then they stop that natural youthfulness, that exuberance, and that sex appeal. It drops. It just drops, man. Because low energy means, I don't want to do it, whatever. Right? It puts you in such a repulsive state because it's like, nobody wants to be around that. They want to be around the guy who gets shit done, right? Is confident, moves with purpose, right? And isn't just kind of, Tokyo drifting around their own consciousness, okay? So that's the thing, okay? Next, we want to understand that jumping equals evolution, but also elevation. So you have to let go of what actually is draining you, right? And when you let go of what drains you, you pursue what blisses you out. And I'm not saying go be a bliss junkie, but your joy is the guided Primal Sutra podcast, right? The GPS towards your highest timeline. So follow your hunches, your gut instincts, your breadcrumbs from your higher self. Trust your hunches right now, okay? I want you to really double down and trust your hunches as if they're breadcrumbs from your higher self, right? And you're just following those internal breadcrumbs or those clues, right? To solve the fucking mystery at the end of the day, right? So we have to understand that we have to flow with the quantum wind, okay? And the portal opens for you when you are most aligned. Okay, so when it feels aligned to you, which means it feels real to you, it feels authentic to you, it feels magnetic and, well, electromagnetic, right? Thoughts and emotions are electromagnetism, right? Thoughts are electric, emotions are magnetic. There's no such thing as good emotions, bad emotions, they're just emotions, right? And you have to, energy in motion, right? So you have to know what the energy is doing, energy maintenance. This is why energy work is key. It's key, man, for all of you guys, okay? Learn how to deal with your own internal, your felt sense of self, okay? And really watch your baseline. Now, this is alchemical fuel, man. This isn't just minerals. This is DNA repair. I'm talking like pineal activation. I'm talking lucid dreaming, right? All these buzzwords that we use, okay? Astral projection, okay? It's that too, right? But we have to understand how to rewrite the story so it fits our narrative that we have a pineal activation, right? If it doesn't make any logical sense in our minds, we have to add the logic to it. We have to understand how to merge both of our brain hemispheres, right? so we can be cognizant and actually work through these things. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going right now. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Welcome to Primal Sutra School of Sovereignty. Please understand that you are the one who is going to make that jump. And transmission, you already know. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Take care of yourselves. We're about to win. You already know. Let's go. Ussa. Upward Spiral, Spiral Gang, Gang, Gang. Yeah. Let's go.